Not really sure if I'm up for this or not, but I'm gonna try. Um, I've had a couple of videos taken down by YouTube now. One I knew it was going to, like right at the very last sentence of the video, I blew it. It's when I talk about COVID, mostly. I had mentioned the Fauci putting dogs' heads into containers with hungry lice or whatever and let them eat their face. But I just said it in a passing joke, I think, and it wasn't. I don't think that's what got me kicked off. I think that's fine. Because he did do that. Whatever. Some kind of experimentation that he needed to know how cruel he could be to dogs or something. Maybe he was. I can't say that because I'll get kicked off. How could I say that? He definitely wasn't trying to make adachrome from dogs instead of people. That wouldn't have been it, for sure. 100%. Couldn't have been. Because that's not even how adachrome's made. You don't torture things and extract their blood while they're at their height of torture in order to get the best endorphins. You have to do psychological shit as well. So, anyhow, I'm going to try to play opposite day, as you can tell. That's my thing. Maybe I won't get booted. I'm going to talk about how effective the vaccine is, because it's 100%. Like, people who got one shot of the vaccine don't get COVID anymore at all. They're cured. Now, people who have gotten COVID and receive natural immunity, well, getting COVID again all the time. They just keep catching it over and over and over again. Worse every time, it seems. But, so then the double jab for the Delta variant, that's the only reason that you had to get double jabbed. It was just because of the Delta variant. It had nothing to do with the original COVID. So you could almost shut down the whole conversation of the COVID original, just like Corona. Remember, you could just arbitrarily change its name. Well, you can arbitrarily just drop it now because the first vax killed it, and then the second vax killed the Delta. But now, the three-shot standard in order to kill the Omicromium, because, and probably four, because I don't know about you guys, but I was a fucking huge Futurama fan, still am. I still have every episode downloaded on my external drive. I got a few of them on my tablet. Anyway, yeah, that Futurama there, because he's Lur. So you need to have a couple shots for Lur. I am Lur, planet king of planet Chromacron, Percy I-8. It's just, it only makes sense that you'd need to have 4 shots. Because really, technically, you should have gotten a booster for the first shot off of the Corona, but we worked out that Delta came in, and the Delta shot worked as your booster for the Corona shot to keep you from getting Corona and stuff. And the most fascinating, awesome information that we can all just be super happy about, that I heard anyway, I don't know if it's true, was that the flu couldn't infect people anymore because COVID is in the air or something. I don't know exactly how the science of it worked because it sounded a little above my pay grade. But apparently, they said something about COVID being in your lungs, and so that the flu couldn't get into your lungs because COVID's there. But that doesn't make sense because I've never had COVID, so I couldn't have had COVID in my lungs to stop the flu from getting into my lungs. But COVID being in the air, it might just knock the flu right out, right? The flu can't even float around. There's not enough air particles for the two of us. That's what it is. There just ain't enough air particles for the two of us. One of us is gonna do a high diving act. I paid to see a high diving act, and I'm not gonna see a high diving act. Anyway, so that I think that's amazing. We've all got ourselves a brand new world flu-free because it's COVID ass kicked, and now with this fourth shot, time we get the fourth shot, we'll all be gravy, unless you're in Israel. I don't know about this either, but I heard they are going to get up to 12, which makes a lot of sense because they could us Jews, we got to we got to get the best of the best, I guess, because of what happened to us in the past. Like, it only makes sense. Think about what the world let happen to my ancestors all those years ago. They made them seem like they were a strain on the economy, and made it so that they were, and this isn't opposite day anymore, this is real day now. They made it so that they were a strain on our economy, and then we could, so that we seemed like a problem. And then Hitler was a 9 bath a day kind of guy, real germaphobe. Could have hung out with Howie Mandel. Well, they'd keep their distance from each other, but they could have hung out. They'd have a lot to talk about. Anyway, he made it so that the Jews seemed gross. Everybody seen them as disgusting, disease-carrying whatever, right? And then from that, they could easily take another step to say that you were evolved. And that he really, really loved evolution, brought a lot of that evolution stuff. Evolution's so great. Back into opposite day, fucking evolution. That's the best theory that I think we've ever come up with. Like, it has all this evidence in biology, and like, how like if you change chromosomes, it's just like changing underwear. It's not a big deal at all. You don't die. You change your chromosomes. That's nothing. And to everybody knows that you can go bang a sheep and have like have a sheep baby. Look at them. They're walking all over the fucking earth. Tons of them. It's the only explanation, really, how we got all these sheep people. Remember the old rubber boots? I can't remember how that joke went, but the sheep couldn't get away from the old farmers. Anyway, it made an impact on the earth, I'll tell you that. Sheeple. So, it only stands to reason that that's the next stage in evolution. And then they say that the amount of chromosomes that you have is due to your evolution. So I believe that we're just behind cabbage. But the ultimate evolution is a fern. And that's what carries the most chromosomes on Earth. I forget what it is, 42, I think, or something like that. And yeah, and I forget what a human is too. I shouldn't even say that stuff because I'm not gonna say definitive numbers. You crazy? Fuck numbers and math and science. That's fucking crazy talk. We can't have that. That stuff's for, like, Fox. This is more of a CNN kind of show today. We'll stick in the realm of theory and space. The universe is looking out for us all, man. It's got a balance. The universe has a balance. It's karmic. Everything flows, ebb and sway through the universe. The universal time. As we flow through this ebb and sway, we can just spin around and bump particles with everybody else, man. And that's proven in the earth. Look around. You can tell that there's karma and that everything's balanced because 1% of man population has 90% of the wealth. And 90% of the population are starving to death. So that's balance, man. Can't you see? We fight about electric cars and gas cars while we throw away water cars. That's balance, man. We gotta stay in the ebb and sway. How else would you have the 90 to 91% balance, man? You can't have the 1% and free energy. If everybody had a Tesla coil converting static electricity into electricity into their homes, then how would everybody get rich? You wouldn't have a job, man. What would you do all day?